Hello everyone, Thrift Store Dave here. This week I am coming to you with a what sold video, but a specific what sold video as far as hats that I've sold. So I've got a list of over 20 hats that I've sold in the last few months that if you were to see at a thrift store for a good price like I found, you'd want to get them because you'll flip them and make about 20 bucks a piece on them. So let's begin. First off, we've got a U.S. Air Force dress hat. Now, I got this part of a lot that I bought online through goodwill.com and sold it for $18. I paid $37 for the lot, so I was already halfway back to break even with just this first hat. After that, I overpaid slightly for a Toronto Blue Jays hat because it was new with tags and it had a tropical theme. I figured those two things would make it unique, but I had to sit on it for a while before I finally sold it for $20. Next we have one of 4 Tilley Endurables hats that I bought in an estate sale for $10 a piece. As you can see, this one I already flipped for $37. There was a bidding war because the red color is more desirable than the standard gray. After that, there was a unique embroidery on this LAdodgers hat. I bought it as part of a Goodwill lot for $20. This hat alone sold for $20. And of the lot of 4, I'm not doing great, but I've made 30 bucks and counting. Now this hat I'm very excited to share and talk about. This I bought in a bag of hats for 45 bucks at my thrift store locally. For 45 bucks, sold this alone for 65. I had to wait for a while because it had some stains, but this is a Y2K Eminem hat. Shady Limited was one of his hat kind of brands, and this was just a really cool hat. It's got an 8-mile marker on the side of it, and I more than made my money back on this whole lot. After that is another interesting one. This is an 80s, 90s era Nelson Mandela trucker hat. I got this along with another cleaner one in a Goodwill lot for $27. This one sold after a while for $25, but of that lot, I've sold 80 bucks worth of hats, and I have one of these Mandela hats left to go. Next, we've got this Kansas City Monarchs pair of hats. Got these in a lot, just bundled them to move them along because I had already made my money on the rest of the lot, and these were still desirable even in less than perfect condition. After that, I found a steal for $3 at my local thrift store. I didn't know what brand paulstuart was, but it looked like it's an 80s or 90s brand akin to polo, and they would have embroidered hats like this, and so this was an easy flip, sold for $30. Thank you so much for watching so far. Please remember to hit that like button. Let's continue on. Continuing along, we've got this Bridgestone team hat. It's tropical themed, it's tire themed, and it's golf themed. So it had a lot going for it. For only $2, it was worth flipping quickly for $16. Next is a hard hat. It is a Chicago Bears themed hard hat though. So this was something that I figured a super fan would probably want, and they would wear this probably to a game or some other party celebrating the Bears. So sold this very quickly for 20 bucks. From this whole lot, I'm up to $90 and counting. Next, we've got an example again of bundling. I've got one Capitals hat I found in a lot just randomly. Another one that I bought, couldn't resell it for as much as I wanted. So I put the two together, got out from under them for $15. This next one I was kind of sad to let go of. It was weird. I've worn this in a previous hat sales video if you want to look back and see. It fit great. It looked really kooky. It cost only $4, so I thought I could sell it for more than $25, but it took a while. I eventually got rid of it though, made over $20 on it. After that, we've got an Angels and Airwaves tour merchandise hat. Paid only $2 for this, was able to flip it for $19. This is one of the bands that resulted out of the original Blink-182 group. So again, rock band stuff sells. This other one I was also a little sad to part with. It was from the 80s. Any type of sports specialties hats usually sell really well. I learned in this case that the visors don't necessarily sell as well, even though the icon looks the same as was worn by Mr. Griswold in the National Lampoon movies. At least moved it to a Bears fan who appreciated it for $15. After that, didn't make a ton of money on this Puma Swiss national soccer team hat, but it was new with tags. I figured it could go fairly quickly, and it did. So this was a case of getting a quick buck and some quick positive feedback on eBay. And then after that, we've got a Stormy Cromer hat. This is a very great outdoor brand along with Filson and others. $4, flipped it quickly again for $16 just to make some quick money because it was part of a lot I was already going to make good money on. And we're about 2/3 of the way through the video at this point. Thank you again for continuing to watch this far. A lot of these hats that are not sold yet, do keep in mind they're in my eBay store, LC208. take a look and see what I've got. All right, let's finish up what we've sold this last quarter. This hat took a while to sell, but I'm proud of myself for waiting and getting the price that I wanted. I bought a pair of these, a black one and a brown one on Shop Goodwill for $36. This one alone paid for the whole lot and then some. Still have the brown one to go. What's unique about this is it's MLB Korea. So this is cross-branding between Major League Baseball, but selling in Korea where they're trying to grow more fans. After that is another baseball-related hat. This is a Cincinnati's Reds hat at face value, but when I was at the store, I used my Google Lens to look this up because it had some quirky features, and it turns out it's part of something called the Serial series. So I didn't feel bad paying up on this for $13 because I was able to flip it for $40. After that, made a little less money on this one Henschel hat. It's a Western hat, it's leather, it's distressed, but it was part of a lot that I already had sold so many hats on that I just wanted to move it along and get something for it. Next is another bucket hat that I was able to flip. I feel like these are often overlooked because they just kind of, I don't know, not everyone likes to wear them, but they always sell pretty well if the content's good. This was no exception. Paid $4, a little more than I wanted to for this Bulls one, but it sold fairly quickly for $20. Next is another Tilley and Durables. This was a more traditional gray color, but again, $10 paid for it, flipped it for $25. And then lastly, I've got another safari hat, a brand that I didn't know as well. Had to do some Google lensing to learn about Avid gear. I'm not sure if I would buy these again, but again, paid only $2 for it, so flipping it for $20 was a no-brainer. And that is going to wrap it up for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I was able to take 22 hats, get them from various methods, and sell them for over $550. So it's a great haul, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of all the other goodies that I sell. So be sure to check out my channel, see what other what sold videos I have, some videos that I go out with my boys to estate sales or thrift stores and hunt for these items to resell. All right, thank you again as always for watching. I'm Thrift Store Dave.